All right, Andrew, my boy, we just got out of Scream 2022. What'd you think?
All right,
First reactions.
All right, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was nostalgic for me. All the people who have not watching this, who have not been introduced to the Scream franchise, now is your time to get into it. Watch the 1996 version. Watch 2, 3, 4. This is actually part 5. So for me, it was nostalgic. It brought it all the way back to the first one, and I think it kind of reinvigorates, what slasher franchises can really do. It's not always about Freddy or Jason, or nightmares, whatnot. Supernatural slashers can have a whole lot of impact in horror films, and so for me, it brought that back, and has some tongue-in-cheek to it too, because it's got stabs of the movie within a movie. So it's self-aware, but there's still all the surprises that you expect when you watch a Scream movie.
Now, did you think it was as good or better than the other sequels?
I don't think that anything's ever going to top that original 1996 movie, because it just broke so many barriers that nobody was expecting and nobody was ready for when it came to that genre.
Did you want more? Were you let down, or is it exactly what you were expecting?
I wanted more, but at the same time, it was kind of what I was expecting.
So overall, if you had to give it a grade as far as A to F, and you can use minuses and pluses.
C+.
I thought it was very enjoyable, and I think it feels like another Scream movie. It didn't really do anything groundbreaking like I was hoping. I was hoping to be wowed and like, oh my God, kind of the way the 2018 Halloween did for me. Like I was telling Andrew earlier, that 2018 Halloween, it actually reminded me why Michael's so scarier, and it made me kind of more scared of him in a way. So this one didn't do that, but I did have a lot of fun with it, and it was very enjoyable, and there was moments you and I were like, oh, look at that, lots of homages. My biggest complaint is it was almost a little bit too homage filled. It kind of based a lot of the movie off that. It kind of felt like the same way Matrix Resurrections was. They were banking off of the first one, but they were trying to connect it to the first one a little bit more, I feel like, and they weren't erasing the sequels, but they were just paying attention more to the events that happened in the first one and coattailing off of that. Still, characters are in it from part 3 and 4 and stuff like that, but it wasn't a letdown, but it didn't surprise me like I was really wanting to. But it also wasn't bad. It just didn't do anything really new.
If there was one thing that disappointed you about it, would it be the writing, the story, or what would it be?
I think that it was too similar in tone. I think most of all what I really wanted with this movie is I wanted it to be a departure from the other movies. I wanted it to show me something that I hadn't seen before, really get me afraid, blow me away, and honestly, with this new team, Matt Bettinelli, Olpen, and Tyler Gillett, they felt like they were trying to make another movie like the old ones. They didn't bring anything that new to the table, in my opinion, and that's my biggest complaint.
So if you had to rate this like you like to do, A through F?
I'm going to give it a B-, because I still had a lot of fun, and I thought the kills were really good, and there were some cool visual moments. But it doesn't get any higher than the B- for me, just because the story, there were some cool parts, and there were a couple of moments where you and I looked at each other and were like, But I think overall the reason it's not higher than B- is because it just felt like a part 5. It didn't feel like, to me, 2018 Halloween is like almost the best one after the first one. This is not like that. This felt like just another sequel.
So why would you tell people to go watch this?
If you like slashers, you're going to have a great time with it. And for me, after the second one, and I agree with you, the first Scream was really the only one that was like really scary and really got you like, oh my God, like it's an amazing film, and it's a horror movie. After that, they just tried to do slasher tropes and all that, which this one's filled with, and I was expecting them to kind of go away from that. It's too slashery, but because of that, if you like slashers, you're going to have fun with it. Like, I think they could have made it less slasherish, and it would have been a little bit more like I could take this seriously. However, if you like slashers, you're going to have a blast with it because it's fully a slasher. Well, hey, that's it, guys. I just wanted to give y'all a first out of the theater reaction. So, yeah, peacing out to y'all. We'll see y'all soon. And also be looking for Lake Court. Ooh. What's that?